Here's a quick review of an Adidas ZX Flux. This is part of the Xeno series that reflects light. Now, this is one that very few people really seem to know about or have documented. Incidentally, I picked this up at Marshall's for I think about $40 to $50 about 3 months ago, and I've been having a lot of fun wearing them. And in this light right now, you start seeing a little bit of the potential that the color has. Now, in normal everyday light, it'll mostly appear dark navy, but depending on how the light hits, you start seeing it a little bit here. But when more light hits, you start to see something even more interesting. You get this, which is a really cool Tron-like effect. It's a sort of rubbery type material that I found to be pretty waterproof and doesn't seem to show too much in the way of creases. Probably worn these about 10 miles or so, and I'm having a lot of fun wearing them. And they're pretty comfortable, even though I've really been wearing mostly Boost shoes. Now, I didn't notice it in regular light, but it does appear that the reflective material is, so I guess, starting to get blemishes and is becoming, I guess, a little bit uneven. But they've been worn quite a bit and in the rain and everything, so I can't really complain too much. For the most part, though, just keep in mind, this isn't sort of an extreme example of the light. You normally won't see such an extreme, but the idea that you have a pair of shoes that is particularly cheap that can do this is really, I think, pretty cool. And here we have them back in their low profile mode, so to speak. I got these in a 9.5, which shockingly for an Adidas is my true to size, and it fits really great and it's pretty comfortable. And as I've said, I've walked quite a bit in them, and I anticipate walking a lot more in the fall and winter, since again they have a little bit of waterproofness to them based on the sort of rubbery material there, and they look really cool. Now keep in mind, unless the lighting is really extreme, you're not going to see the Tron-like effects at night, which was a little bit worrying for me because I don't want to look that way all the time. But it's just really cool, I think, to know that you can have something that looks really plain for the most part, but it has this potential to really shine in a way that few things ever have. It's a much more cohesive look, I think, than the scale type Xenos that most people ended up picking up. Again, I paid anywhere between I believe $40 to $50 for them at Marshall's, and I think they're really a steal at that price. I think the Adidas US website still has them for retail. I think Jimmy Jazz and some other places have them cheaper. But again, at $40 to $50 at Marshall's, these are an absolute steal, so much so that I really am considering picking up another pair. Really great and really interesting.